We are back for another episode of Rise the MattMobile, aka DIY Batmobile build. For those of you who've been building a Batmobile for a while, or watching this channel for a while, you'll know that this project is basically one crushing disappointment after another. But every now and again, on rare occasions, something comes along which renews my faith, not only in humanity, but in the building community in general. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a review of this set of absolutely mind-blowingly beautiful 1989 Batmobile dashboard panels. These are created by a builder named Brian. I will have information about him in the description below. Last I checked, these are available. There is both an 89 version and a 92 version, and you can also buy them piecemeal, so you don't have to buy everything at once. I do have one major complaint about this set, but I will save it for the end. So you gotta watch all the way through the video to hear the drama. But let's take a closer look at these. I am not one to be rendered speechless. You've seen my videos. That's not really in the cards for me. But these are so beautiful. These are so precisely made. It is, there you go, I stuttered. I just cannot wrap my head around how these are so perfect. From what Brian tells me, he actually sourced all of the original panels, a feat in and of itself. But you know, these came from a variety of different aircrafts. I don't know which ones. Well, there's the magic switch that does everything on the Batmobile. So he sourced all the original panels, and I don't know what kind of voodoo magic technology he has. I assume it's some sort of, maybe a laser cutter, maybe a router, a CNC router. But yeah, he basically just found all the original panels, drew them all up, and then produces these, and they are phenomenal. They're clean, they're well made. It's really weird. Like I'm just not used to, in general, forget the Batmobile community, just in general, I am not accustomed to this level of quality. And add on top of that, Brian was absolutely top tier with communications. He kept me apprised of the status. He let me know what was going on. There was even a delay with one of the types of switches or buttons. He let me know, and he gave me options. He's like, I can just send it out as is, or you can wait until it's ready. I, of course, chose to wait until it was ready to go. And yeah, a great transaction. I feel it's a very, very, very fair price, especially considering all the work that goes into this and all the time it will save you from having to source any of these real deals yourself, which I don't even know if it's possible. So, okay, so I've given you a quick overview of all the panels, a little pass by under terrible lighting conditions, as is my wont. But what's really interesting, what really blows my mind about this, all of the buttons, all the knobs, all the switches, the LEDs, everything is functional. Let's take a look at the back side of this one. So all of these are real switches. These aren't just cosmetic. So if I wanted to, I could hook all these up to interior, like I could hook these up to other LEDs, you know, so like you flip one of these up and maybe that LED goes on, etc., etc. It's true for all of these. None of these are fake. I'll show you the back of this one. I don't want to drop it on the concrete, but see that? All of those switches, all of the ports, even the hardware is real. You can mount using those cap head screws that come with the pieces. And I think Brian told me about that, but I just wasn't ready for it. Like I wasn't quite ready for the fact that this could all just be wired up. These can all be functional. And another interesting thing, so I spent some time myself looking for these switches, or even these particular knobs. I couldn't find them. Like, you know, I would occasionally do a search of eBay, Google, whatever, and just these particular style of switches, could never find any of them. Brian's got them all. I have not compared these to pictures or some of the video I shot of the interior of the Batmobile. I can't say if they're perfect, but they look perfect. And if they're not perfect, I don't care. This is as good as it needs to get. I honestly can't imagine these getting any better. I apologize, I don't usually gush like this in my videos, because usually I'm frustrated about something, as you'll know. But I mean, look at that. Look at that, it's ridiculous. It's perfect. It's bananas. There's a little TV screen. There's a different version for the 92 one. This is that rare panel that you see in the side, like on the on the driver's side, like recessed into the wall. Everything's here. Also included is a set of the actual functioning gauges that go into the dash. We've got the speedometer, tachometer, fuel temperature, volts, and oil pressure back in the back. These are better matches than the set I had previously. I'm going to trust that Brian has gotten them as accurate as humanly possible. I don't have any photos of the dash in front of me to compare to, but off the top of my head, they look darn good to me. And just the overall packaging. Each piece is lovingly wrapped in bubble wrap and some rubber bands to make it travel safely. Just overall, it just adds sort of to the overall impressiveness of the presentation. Also included are some instructions, wiring, like everything you need is here. This is as close to turnkey as you'll ever get. So this tells you where each of the boxes goes on your dashboard. I assume these are cutting templates, so you can cut the holes out into your dash to make sure everything fits. That's the main section right there. Okay, so for those of you who've watched till the end, my real problem with this entire set is, Brian, where were you 10 years ago, bro? Come on, man. No, of course I'm being facetious. I don't have anything to complain about. This is single-handedly the greatest Batmobile purchase I've made in years. This is so satisfying. It's so beautiful. Literally, my only complaint is, why couldn't I have had these 10 years ago? This whole thing gets me thinking again about how I want to do the cockpit. You know, initially I was thinking cockpit will just be the place I cut corners. You know, worry about the exterior, don't worry about the interior. But now that I've got all this, I'm like, nope, I need to do the interior perfect. Now that I have this, come on, how could you not? Anyway, folks, that wraps it up for this video. If you have a chance, I cannot stress more how badly you need one of these sets. They're absolutely beautiful, very good price, everything works, so good. And there's different, oh, I also forgot, let me hype up Brian some more. You don't have to buy the gauges. You can buy your own gauges. You can buy them in parts. There's different versions, so please give Brian a shout out. Well, I guess I just gave him one. Give him a shout, that's what the kids say. Give Brian a shout, order yourself a set, and make your Batmobile interior the beautiful interior it deserves to be. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please do me a favor and like and subscribe. My subscriptions have absolutely flattened off, so if you're just watching this video and you're new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Boy, I need to script these things out. This whole extemporaneous speaking is for the birds. Do not recommend. 1 out of 10, do not recommend. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, give me a comment below if you have any questions, and thanks for watching, and as always, we will see you for the next one.